Rems Gems podcast, episode 6. The young guns continuing to roll. All right, episode 6. We are now 3 weeks into the NFL season. How we feeling?
Not bad.
Yeah.
Feeling great.
Yeah. Last week, I felt like it was kind of the exact opposite of week 2. Week 2 was full of backdoors, crazy games. And last week, I felt like everything that was supposed to happen kind of happened. No bad beats. I'm not saying was right on every game, but there was no crazy backdoors or anything,
No, nothing that jumps out to me, especially the 4 o'clock slate. 4 o'clock slate went very in line with how the games, like each team that outplayed the other one, I think, right sides came and got the W.
Yeah, for sure. Really no bad beats or anything there. So whoever started out with the lead, I think halftime leads all prevailed and all the teams covered. Jacksonville wins by 1 million. That was the most public play. We both had them, but they just completely rolled. One thing, the only loss I had, and we'll go through ours after, was Washington. I was that was the worst performance I've seen in quite some time.
Yeah, even if you watch Red Zone, they weren't even on there for more than 20 seconds the whole day, and that was my only loss. So, Carson Wentz is bad.
Yeah, if Scott Hansen's listening, I'd like to take this moment to tell you that most of the people watching Red Zone are betting on the games, and just because a game is a blowout, they're still betting things that are coming down in the second half, over-unders. I did a second half on it. I was streaming it on my phone because they were showing no coverage and Washington continuing to get in the red zone, and I'm like, well, I just got to watch it here, Yeah,
the last 2 weeks we've said as Red Zone goes off, it's like, okay, Buffalo was playing. Was it Buffalo-Miami this week? I was like, oh, this game's going to be all over Red Zone. That was all there. When the week before Ravens-Dolphins, I was like, this game's going to be all over Red Zone. It's kind of turning into like that game, just might as well just watch it.
Yeah.
Because you don't get a chance to watch the toilet bowls that I like to watch.
Yeah, that's all the games you're taking.
Yeah.
So I like to do in-game player props, and we were talking about Vegas and our time there. And a good story that I have that I'd like to share is there's always in-game player props that you can bet on, all these different things. So Red Zone not showing it is a little upsetting, but I remember I called you, the New York Jets, probably 2016 or 2017, first or second year out there. They were hanging a over-under rushing yard prop, and I can't recall who the running back was at the time. Slips my memory, but the over-under was, I think, 99.5 yards, and there was 6 minutes left in the game. They were up by 10, and the running back had 110 yards at the time. Already a winner. And I remember I called you, I'm like, how much money can I, if things go south here, if they hold my money, what's going to happen, and ended up betting pretty hefty, a couple thousand on it. I would do it in like 495 increments.
So it didn't need approval.
Yeah, a couple different times.
Did you get paid on it?
I did. They never questioned it. I did it up at the teller number 1, teller number 2, teller number 3, and then I went and did it on like the mobile machine, and I kept doing it, as much as I could, and I was nervous they're going to do like he's going to get like a 6-yard loss, 7-yard loss, and then I'm going to lose the bet. But all in all, those are opportunities to keep an eye out for, and if Red Zone isn't showing the blowout games, how are we going to keep tabs?
That just made me think of when I was working at the Golden Nugget, my first day in the war room, which was like upstairs, just working all the odds. You'll probably remember this.
Yeah.
It was a busy day. It was a college football Saturday. I got in at 7, little hungover per usual. And I'm like looking at all these lines. You have to hand type in all the games, all the lines off of Don Best. It takes a while. It's difficult. So, and this was right when we got the mobile app. This is my last year there. I forget the game. I think it was, do you remember? It was a hockey game.
Islanders.
It was definitely Detroit.
Red Wings. Yeah.
Red Wings were a favorite. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'm typing in the numbers, and it was the puck line.
Yeah.
So the puck line was, they got to win by 1.5, which is 2 to win. And I reversed it. So instead of having the Detroit Red Wings at -1, Detroit Red Wings at -1.5, I put them +1.5.
Derek Stevens came.
Yeah, hit it for like 3,000, and then my boss called me and was like, "Reed, you screwed up, blah blah blah." And so that was
Back to the pool.
and then he sent me downstairs, and I had to sit there taking all the bets for the day. So that was fun.
It's shocking to me that it's such a manual process, though. And I know, like, it might have been different 6 years ago, but like there's human error here.
So much.
Quick little easy typo of plus to minus, or even when I'm writing down my spreads for this podcast, I sometimes write the wrong spread or different matchup. It's human error.
And you could put, if it's say the Patriots are -9, you could actually put -99.
Right.
Hit enter, it pops up on the app, and people bink it.
Yeah.
That was a tough day for me.
Got to check the gold nugget openers now. That was a mistake.
Hey,
Yeah.
Different staff there now, but who knows?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Vegas. We were talking about some of the memories that we had there, people that we met. Brandon Marshall, we were crushing slots. He walked by, the old wide receiver. Played roulette with Lamar Odom, and I'll never forget, he had like a big entourage with him, and we're playing roulette. And there's a kid at the table. There's three of us. It's Lamar playing, myself, and then a third person, younger kid, kind of our age. He's wearing a basketball jersey, and he did not know that it was Lamar playing at the table. I thought it was so funny, but
yeah, he that was a fun time. We were just playing roulette. It was at the SLS.
Yep.
Which I don't know if the SLS is still there.
It is still kicking.
Okay.
Got that distinct
Kind
smell
of a
when you
sneaky
walk
little
in.
nice casino next to the Westgate.
That was the first
You
one.
Stayed there.
Yeah, it was fun. But I remember
Younger crowd.
We
That
played-
was the big thing.
that
we
was
took
right
away.
after the whole Bunny Ranch thing happened with him. So
So-
he was a Vegas savage.
Yeah, he was going up to the car. He had the big SUV with his crew. They go in, presumptively doing a couple bumps, and then going back to the table.
Yeah, they left.
That's Lamar.
They left numerous times, came back. But remember, we were grabbing lunch at the little cafe, and he walked by and looked at the three of us and was like, "Hey, fellas." We're
Yeah,
like,
he
"What's up, man?"
respected the roulette game. He was betting like a couple thousand every spin just on numbers.
We're doing like 25.
Yeah, pretty
At most.
savage. Pretty savage. So back to the contest talk. I could talk Vegas all day, but
We'll save it. We'll try to spread it out a little bit because
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that pop up that you kind of forget about.
for sure. Yeah, and want to continue to make people money here, and I think that's the purpose.
If you notice on the comments section, someone took my best play of the week last week and profited nicely, and he gave a nice little...
Yeah, that was
Comment?
what the Ravens. That was like this the whole time, right?
He must have been sweaty cheeks the whole game.
Oh,
'cause that
big
was
sweat.
that was never
When
a
I give
blowout.
my best bet, you take it to the bank.
I don't know
I
if that should
appreciate
be
that.
a best bet. Like a best bet is something like the Bengals should have been a best
Just
bet.
a cruise, That's
Win is a win.
A win is a win, but when you're 7-8, it's tough to trust the best bets that week in and week out.
7 and 8, but we're trying to look at it positively. Now that I'm on the diet, my
Hey.
head's clear.
Okay.
No excuses.
Hopefully it turns around.
Day 3 of the diet, by the way.
Yep.
Doing good.
Okay.
Brian Tenhave called me, goes, Tom Brady was the 199th pick, and this is like your 199th diet. And I was like, all right.
Wow. That's
Screw
a good
you. That's a dig, ain't it?
It's a dig, but I appreciate the effort of
You
trying
gotta
to
try to-
motivate you.
Try
Right?
to,
Oh, yeah. Well,
yeah.
I'm properly motivated.
Yeah.
We're
try to
on it.
Try to drop the L's and then drop the LBs.
Yeah.
I was thinking of this today. I just want to, diet. The word diet. What do you, diet? Die.
It's you
Die.
feel like
You're
you
gonna
want
die
it.
while
You're
you're
just
Right, die
trying to do
and
it.
T, like me, Tom.
oh,
Die,
you're
Tom.
you're really digging into this.
Well, maybe it's because I haven't eaten and my head's light, but I'm thinking to myself, why couldn't they call it like Happy Fun Zone?
Yeah.
What do you want? I'm on Happy Fun Zone. No, I'm on a diet.
Yeah.
Like
It is
That's
depressing.
Yeah.
Don't forget the
right.
T.
Yeah.
Just saying that.
I don't disagree. Yeah.
I have to bring up one other thing.
Yep.
I heard through the grapevine, and maybe you can expand on this, that we had a offer for a sponsorship from for little or no money.
Well, it
Little
is
or-
to
what's
be
his-
determined. Phil
what is-
Nardini.
What is he?
He's in aviation sales,
Aviation?
Florida. I told him we
my
would.
gosh.
He's a big Dolphins fan.
He is a Dolphins fan. He wants to come on the pod. I thought him and Tenhave together maybe.
Dolphins. Yeah.
Both diehard Dolphins fans, and I told him we would, we'll expand sales 33%.
I was
just by
looking at our
doing it, but
demographics.
I'm
There's a
waiting to see.
lot of out of our tens and tens of people that watch this. There's a heavy jet
Yeah,
crowd.
I've made the commitment. I'm waiting for
Like New
the
York
ball's in
Jets
his
or
court.
like-
No, like
Aviation.
jet parts, like people that travel on jets and have
The
jet
engines.
needs.
Yeah. Okay.
Engines.
Well,
See what
we'll,
happens.
We'll see if
We'll have
that
to
works
see.
out.
I just wanted to throw that out there.
Hey,
I don't want the
Ball's
no
in his
money.
court.
No money. I'm
ball's
not.
in.
I know it's
that's a non-starter.
little
It's a
money. though.
non-starter.
Little money. I'll take little money. We got Howard in
We
there.
got bills to pay here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not winning money on my picks, then
Right. Well,
yeah,
it is
like
a
secondary
free
income.
service. It is a free service. So.
Okay. On that note, let's go through last week's recap.
Let's start with the worst.
We'll throw up the recap of everyone's picks last week. The worst, you have the floor.
I just want to look forward. I don't want to look back. I'm positive, Tom. Now
Tunnel vision.
I've had a season worth of bad beats in 3 weeks, so I'm thinking the worm's going to turn.
Okay.
And we're good. Baby
Let's
steps.
hope for it.
Baby
Let's-
steps.
let's hope
How about we elaborate on that? You went against us on 2 games.
What were the 2 games?
Houston and
Chicago.
Okay.
Houston, Chicago, and then 49ers, Denver.
I will go to my grave. That quarterback blows for Chicago.
He's bad.
He
Justin
blows.
Fields
Can't
has
throw,
thrown
but-
for like 7 yards this
You
season.
also got to remember you're trusting Davis Mills here. It's not
Okay.
like Fields won that game.
Except
Davis
for
Mills
that
lost
last
it.
interception,
Davis-
which where he did lose
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
he looked like a pro quarterback. Where the other guy, they're letting him throw like 7 times a game.
And he runs for it most of the time.
Right.
When he steps back, he has the mindset.
They got
of,
two
I
good-
was comfortable with that game. They had the ball. I'm like, oh, they'll go down and kick a feed.
I did say the spread 2.5 to 3.5.
Yeah.
The game was going to be decided by 3. If it was 3.5, I would have taken the Texans happily.
Yep.
That game was not going to be decided by more than 3 points ever. It was a toilet bowl.
Chicago is 2-1. How scary is that?
It's wild. And I mean, win over San Fran.
What was my other game I went against?
You went against Kyle there.
Denver 49ers.
Oh yeah,
the night
there's
game.
another. See, you guys are making my case for me on bad points.
I'll tell you what,
Bad beats.
Denver's down by 5 in the fourth quarter,
Right.
and it truthfully felt like 50.
What was the number? 1.5 there?
1.5, but you just felt like they have no chance.
There's
Denver
another
can't
terrible
score.
2-1 team.
Yeah,
Terrible.
They're
Bad.
bad news bears.
Russell Wilson is not Russell Wilson.
yeah. So overall, 2-3 last week. I guess I don't-
Doubled my win total from the week before. That's what
All
a
right.
positive person
Hey,
thinks.
If you do it again, you'll be 4-1.
Exactly.
That's what I've been ripping out back-to-back weeks.
Yep, congratulations.
Thank you.
Just
Not
think,
to-
you guys wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. I created you, so
Yeah.
your wins are kind of like my wins.
I hope you're living vicariously through us through this
that's
contest, because if you don't turn it around, then you got a long way to make up.
it's going to be a long season.
It is
Reed,
a long season.
tell us
Yeah.
about week 2.
Bengals and Jets,
3.
too easy. There was really no sweat there. Besides the fact that they weren't showing the game for so long,
Mm-hmm.
I had Joe Burrow to throw most passing yards at 15-1. He looked like he was a lock. And then Tua and no, it wasn't Tua. Who was killing us? Who was dominating it? Oh, Jalen Hurts
Jalen Hurts.
threw for like 350.
How
Your-
come we haven't taken them yet?
Well, I also wanted to touch on your player prop on Jalen Hurts.
Oh,
that
that's
thing's
just the
gonna
money in the
gonna
bank.
hit by
Auto.
the
They look like
midpoint
they're
of the
gonna win the
season.
Super Bowl.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. America, you're welcome for that one.
But they haven't been
That was a good
tested,
one.
though. That's one of those that I don't know who they have this week.
Jacksonville,
Yeah,
See,
they've
they-
been tested.
But not really.
Philly. I don't think so. Who's the
No, I mean,
no?
I didn't prepare for that, but I don't think they've been battle
Minnesota.
tested. Yeah,
They
a bunch of
waxed
teams
tested
like
them.
that.
Waxed Minnesota.
I'm just saying
Everyone
they
thought
haven't played,
Minnesota
like-
was
But
gonna
I'm
be
not
good.
high on Minnesota.
When I say
personally. I'm
tested,
off
I
them.
mean like Green Bay, Kansas City, Buffalo. I mean, there's not a lot of teams that are
Philly's
good.
favored in every game the rest of the season.
So it
Talk
must
about
be home when
immediate
they play.
overreaction, in my opinion.
Yeah.
but,
Just letting you know.
No, I know.
So
I'm
yep,
not
so
doubting that.
Bengals too easy. Commanders worst bet I've ever been a part of. Colts moneyline victory, gave that away last week against the Chiefs. Colts got some calls.
Yeah, you think?
Colts got some calls, and they had some ballsy 4th down going for it. But I mean, I think they would have covered regardless.
The Colts did
they,
not-
they got the ball back.
Yeah, the Colts
'Cause the
didn't
guy-
win that
'cause the guy
game.
swore at him or whatever. That's how they got the ball back.
That was
Frank
like
Jones.
remarkable.
yeah.
Remarkable
Right.
that they called that.
There was a
Right.
lot of, and they didn't show that on Red Zone.
I
I just
know.
looked and I was
I
like,
saw it on
I saw
Twitter
I
later.
just saw
yeah, the
it.
Colts
Yeah.
have the
today.
ball. They just,
Yeah.
It
didn't
was
get
that game. Kansas City missed a field goal, did a fake field goal, and then Travis Kelce dropped a wide open touchdown in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
All of those things. It was like Kansas City lost that game. Colts didn't win it, though.
The back door was going to be open for the
Yeah.
Colts. Like,
It just felt. 80% of the money coming in on the Colts, and the spread continued to move in Indianapolis' favor, you just knew that was what, it was destiny.
No,
Did you
money
have
was coming.
Minnesota last week?
Week 2, not week 3.
They played the Eagles. The Eagles destroyed
Monday
them.
night.
No. But I'm saying last week Minnesota was lucky to win because the coach blew it.
This most recent week?
Right.
No.
The Lions. He went for it on fourth down.
That was, but they didn't cover.
They
No,
didn't
he didn't
cover.
go. He tried to kick it, and they missed,
Bad.
and the other team went down and
Line
scored.
was 4.5 though. They didn't cover, but
I
they
guess
won.
that was like a bad beat, but that's more of just the money line of Detroit not winning that game. Like, they should have won that game 10 times out of 10,
Right.
and that's a tough L for them.
And then Bears, no disrespect to you, but if I'm going against you, it's got to be a victory. There's no other way to say it.
It was the
He
worst
will-
game.
And then
He
Packers.
will. No, but he's horrible. I'm gonna. You know what?
So you're
Who are
off
they
on
playing this week? Why didn't I take them?
Chicago
They're playing the Giants.
Oh, that's why.
Giants
That's
3.5.
why.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Packers
all
Bucks was a great game. Not to cut you off, sorry, but Packers outplayed them. Packers defense is legit. I know they got the Pats this week, but Buccaneers don't look.
right. They're missing Godwin. They're missing
Yeah.
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans. They were missing Julio. You're missing every starting receiver you have.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
Show me any team that's going to look good
I
with
don't know.
that.
I'm starting to like
And Tampa almost won.
every
Yeah, I
every
thought
game.
Green Bay didn't look anything special.
Yeah.
Scored 3 points in the second half. You would expect Aaron Rodgers to put that game away.
He's
often. Never
averaging,
did.
I saw this today, he's averaging 3 yards a pass. 3 yards, Aaron Rodgers.
That's
Imagine that.
insane.
It's the second lowest quarterback.
People
Yeah.
won't like this, but every game I watch Brady this year, I like him less and less. He just is.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be there. I think he's ready to retire.
He should have. He made the mistake
Right.
that final year.
Right.
He's going to cost him his marriage and a
Right.
lot of
Yeah.
stats, I guess.
Yeah, 4-1. That's
4-1. So 10-5 overall.
Congratulations. Good
Little
job.
golf clap.
10-5's not cashing in this pool though. It's-
11-4 isn't either because that's where I'm at. I'm just
crazy.
outside of it though. Yeah, it's small sample size.
That's why I'm waiting
why.
in the weeds.
It's a
Just
long
waiting in
season.
the weeds. Long season.
Myself 4-1. We got wins in Jacksonville, won by 40.
Very good team.
Yeah,
Jackson.
yeah. Cincinnati, never a sweat, wire to wire. Carolina, horrible. That was a lucky win over the Saints. The defensive scoop and score. Baker Mayfield threw half of his yards on like the check down that the wide receiver just burnt everyone. But
He's
that's
done
not
too.
him. Horrible. Yep. Denver, also terrible. Both of those I'm very fortunate to get wins, and now I'm immediately flipping the script and going against them. And then the loss was Washington Commanders. Carson Wentz is done. That offense is horrible. I think he got sacked 9 times. He passed for like negative yards in the first half.
Is Heineke still there?
Yeah,
I thought he
sitting
was.
there
I
ready.
loved taking
Yeah.
him
A lot of
last
people did.
year.
Yeah.
like he was covering a lot for me last year.
Yeah.
Who'd you have in Survivor?
Survivor, we had the Cincinnati Bengals. They moved on. 13,800 started. We are down to 3,500.
Did
Nice.
anyone score 33 points in that pool?
0 for 3, so that's still running.
And who do you have?
The Rams. Couldn't love the Rams anymore.
It's perfect.
Especially because McVay does unorthodox things. Like, he took the safety in week 2 just so they could punt it. Like, he does those weird things that I feel good that they're going to get it. And they had another chance this week to get it. Needed, I think, a field goal and a touchdown late. Didn't get either, but
I got
They're
this
always
for
in
you
the running.
guys. I have a feeling that Gronk's coming back around Thanksgiving. Would it surprise you?
No.
Just knowing that it's his last year
I think it's...
and say,
if I was laying odds on that, I'd truthfully say
Right.
minus 150.
That he will, right? Yeah.
Cameron
Like, I think it's a
Brate
favorite.
looked actually pretty.
Oh, I know.
Pretty
I'm
good,
just
but just
saying.
as
that's
another
just to
weapon.
make a Super Bowl run.
Real quick, Kyle, about the Baker Mayfield. We're going to the BC Louisville game.
Oh,
Throw that out
yes.
there.
Yep.
So we can talk about that next week. But for Kyle's bachelor party,
Yep.
we'll get to see Malik Cunningham. I'm wearing a Baker Mayfield Browns jersey because I have nothing else that looks like BC.
I mean, so brown and...
Brown and maroon. I'm
Maroon.
colorblind a little bit, so I think
we won't be able to tell.
we'll
Yeah.
see how that plays out for him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
do
have
you think?
I have a
Question
little...
that choice.
I'm pumped.
We'll see. I don't know. It might not be well received, but we'll see. I
You
got
should go with Patriots gear.
No.
yeah, represent. All right, we ready to get into this week?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we'll throw up the spreads right now of all of the games. Would you like me to go first?
Oh,
or
yeah, the winners
The
go
winners go
first.
first. So
First
11-4 entering this week.
It's not a bad. It's not a
Feel
bad.
good.
You know.
We should probably go you because we don't want to end with you
Oh, you always end with the last place.
You got to go in order. You
Yeah.
got to keep the trend going because
So
it's
we
been
do.
working
But
for
that-
me. I don't want to jinx anything. I got my
Right.
beard still. I'm trying to just keep
Oh,
everything
and I'm
going.
starting the diet beard.
Oh, okay.
So that supersedes that because my health.
Takes precedence.
That
Okay.
might
My
add
health
weight,
is
though.
important.
It's
you
more
know.
important.
Might add
Doctor
weight.
said if I don't lose the weight, I won't be able
Well.
to do many more podcasts.
Okay.
So I don't want to make you guys sad, but
Well, I'm not worrying about that. I'm worried about my picks. Worried about making people money. That's all.
all right. Don't worry about dad diet.
Well, on that note,
Bless you.
coming off back-to-back 4-1 weeks, the 5 picks are the New Orleans Saints in London.
Yeah, good pick.
Thank you. Going up against the Minnesota Vikings. The Chargers laying 5.5 on a bounce-back week going against the Houston Texans. Cardinals catching 2.5 at Carolina, going against my Arizona Cardinals, or going against my Carolina Panthers. Raiders 0-3 must-win situation, got them against Denver, and then the Chiefs going against Tom Sunday Night Football.
Both coming off an L. That'll
Yeah,
be a good game.
5 picks. The main concern I have already, I know these picks are winners. It's the Sunday morning game at 9:30, coming off of the bachelor party and the
You're gonna have
the
a
BC game.
You're able to
hangover.
watch it.
That's my concern. I'm going to be like streaming it on the drive home, or I don't know what I'm going to do.
You might
but
still be buzzing. You might think like Drew Brees is out there for the Saints.
maybe, yeah.
Well, I'll be drinking water and coffee. My mind clear of toxins and stuff. If you need to call Papa, I'll be there.
Yeah.
to let
Well,
you know
I'm
what's
gonna
going on.
need the updates, but I love Saints in that spot. I really do.
They're there all week.
Yeah.
They've been there since what? Sunday.
Yeah.
They flew out after their game.
It's just
So
tough
they're
though
there.
when you look at that game and you see the Saints are on the bottom and you think they're home.
Yeah, right.
It's way more.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm getting that home field advantage baked in,
Exactly.
but you're not. I did see like 85% of the money right now is on the Vikings, and the spread hasn't moved. So we're on the same side as the sports books, and anytime that's the case, I feel good about a game.
Yeah. It just that game might go to 3 and then it's like
It's fine.
Vikings.
I think they're going to win money line. I'm not concerned about that. I think the trendy pick is going to be probably Cardinals or Raiders. I think both of them. I think everyone's seen how bad Carolina is and how bad that offense is.
I
And
don't- That number was 40-0. Remember I told you? 17 points. If you score more than 17
against
points, it's 40-0.
Carolina. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just
Same. Yeah.
if we're moving over to me, I have both of those plays.
Yeah. Well,
Without
okay.
discussing
the trendy picks.
I did-
also saw your guys's, so
everything in my power. I didn't want to take Arizona because I think it's going to be a 50% of the pool has them.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see how they don't win. Trying to get the W's when I can get them. Same thing with the Raiders. They're at home laying 2.5. Vegas is going to be popping.
First week, I don't take the Raiders, and you both do.
Well, they're going against
you know
the
they're gonna
Broncos.
win.
Offense against defense type of game, but the Raiders, like we've said, could be 3-0. Their Devontae's going to go wild. Yeah,
and
like
Denver's look so bad. If Vegas gets out to an early lead, let's see how Denver tries to play from behind, because I don't know if they can
Can't.
catch up. Yeah, the offense is
He
so
doesn't
slow
run
and-
anymore.
Yeah, do you see the Subway commercial? Oh my! I gotta show you that.
I've
That is
seen it.
just horrific to watch. It's so
bad.
cringeworthy.
Danger Russ.
Yeah.
And then my next 3 games are all toilet bowls, which are what I like. So I'll be sweating Sunday.
We'd expect nothing less from
Yep.
you.
This is, and all these numbers are great for me. Bears plus 3.5 at the Giants. Sterling Shepard got hurt. Not that really matters a whole lot, but I think that's going to be a super low scoring game. 3.5 toilet bowl. You love the Giants there or what?
I think Barkley's going to have a game.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about. I think the Bears run defense is fine.
Daniel Jones was pressured. 24 of his 42 dropbacks.
Yeah,
against
I
the
think-
pa-
That's Dallas.
I know, but still, every pass he was under duress.
I'm kind of banking
Hard
on
to
some
watch.
turnovers there, some defense. Bears plus 3.5. Give
Okay.
it to me. Steelers minus 3.5 at home against the Jets. Zach Wilson's coming back. I saw he's expected to play. I love that. He's always seeing ghosts. Steelers D is legit. Mitchie 2 bags. I think Najee Harris first touchdown, anytime touchdown score, auto fantasy DraftKings god this week.
Is there any more Jets move than bringing Zach Wilson back when you're on your third string left tackle, protecting his blind side against a rowdy Pittsburgh defense
they're
on
gonna-
the road?
they're gonna
How do you-
hurt him.
How do you not wait one more week And if he gets hurt, we'll come back to this moment.
In that
because
same vein, what the hell are the Chargers thinking when their
playing
left
him.
tackle go
Yeah.
out and Hebert? They kept him in the game, and that game was over. And
yeah, coach
he was
got
taking
roasted for
taking
that.
a pounding.
Horrible.
I'm surprised
Horrible.
you're not on the Steelers. I think that's a great one. That's my favorite pick. That's my Rems Gem.
We've seen Mitch Trubisky play. I've had him.
I don't even need him to throw.
I've been on the Jets either for them or against them all 3 weeks. I needed a week off.
Yeah,
I
it's
needed
always
one.
stressful.
It's tough either which way.
And then I'm going back to the well with the Commanders. Carson Wentz
Oh my
coming
God.
That
back
takes cojones.
against the
That-
Cowboys.
My eyes were bleeding watching that
I
first
know.
half. It was
Trust
so
me.
bad.
You could go 0 for 5. Oh no, one.
I've
1
talked
and
to a
4.
lot of people that like the Cowboys. It makes
1
me
and
really
4.
happy. You should have taken the Cowboys.
I thought you'd have the Cowboys. I will
Me
say this is
too.
a perfect sell high spot on Cooper Rush, who's just looked like an
but he's
NFL
not
quarterback.
bad.
I know he has looked good, but it's like, is this really the real
But they're
deal?
playing back at home. What is Washington do? Washington had 2 passes against my team, Detroit, when I had Detroit.
Oh yeah,
That was it.
wild. Yep.
I'm a contrarian, you know.
No, I know.
And that
know.
is a super contrarian play. That
Yeah.
might be the most, like the least taken.
The line's
game this
3
week.
right now. Like I'm
3.5,
getting a
you're
great
getting-
number. All those numbers are good.
Yep.
We'll see which way they go.
Well, 10-5 record. Your record speaks for itself.
It does.
And
it does.
sir,
And I think next week.
If you
Yeah.
had
See your
Cowboys,
record.
if you had Cowboys, I'd put $1 million on Commanders.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Let's hear your 5.
My 5 are I have the Cardinals with you guys. Where
Yep.
that's speaks for itself, right?
I think that is. I feel good about that one.
I took Cleveland against Atlanta.
You want to borrow?
Cleveland could be 3-0.
Do you want to borrow the Browns jersey?
That Jets game, right? They could
Yeah.
be. Yeah. no.
Borrow the Browns.
Yeah,
jersey?
Atlanta's such a sneaky team.
They are sneaky.
know.
Cordell
They
Patterson's
were-
like an MVP.
They were one of the favorites to have worst record in the books.
Atlanta
at the beginning of
they're-
the season.
Them and Detroit are like the 2 popular. They've
Everyone-
outperformed
Jacksonville.
themselves.
What about-
Jacksonville?
Yeah, they're another one.
What about the
Yep.
Raiders? Everyone thinks they're going to win the Super Bowl. They can't win
Yeah.
a game.
What about the AFC West being crap? Everyone thought it was going to be,
Yeah.
3 teams coming from there.
Yep.
Okay, so I have the Browns,
You're 1-1.
Cardinals.
Cardinals, Browns, Lions. I took the Lions. The Lions are the second highest scoring team in football,
I like that pick.
and they blew last week's game. They could be, they could be 3-0.
I was close to taking that pick, but it's the first time they've been favored in Dan Campbell's.
Yeah,
3.5.
tenure.
Yeah.
4.5. In the
4.5.
pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seattle, Geno's back to being Geno. They look.
I was close to taking that one.
Atlanta
I
made
thought it
them
was
look
solid.
pretty bad. I thought.
I just would
At
rather take
Seattle.
them
How
with
many
a plus.
bad teams are favored? Like,
Yeah.
not, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
it's
before the
crazy.
season, imagine
And I
saying-
have some
Right,
too.
Imagine
Right, they
saying
have the
they're
Lions,
favored.
yeah.
But they couldn't have looked better. Offense is high powered.
Yeah, they have the best offensive line in football.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit, they're huge and they're.
Yep.
I took the New England Patriots. That's why I'm representing the gear today with both the hat and the shirt.
I have no words.
I don't like the line either. It came
9.5.
down.
You,
I
all your
wanted to-
games,
9.5.
you got bad numbers, and I think all of them.
Yeah. And did you see the press conference today?
Yeah, it was another cringe.
Belichick, I just want to go up. I want to go to a press conference, just walk up and just punch him right in the face. Just pop him and walk away. And go day by day.
I mean,
Well, what is that?
I'm anti-Bill. I'm ready
Oh.
for Bill to go, but I'm not ready to.
I mean, aren't you used to that by
And I'm
now?
not a violent person, America. I don't want you guys going and doing that. Saying Tom said, but
Okay.
man, I'd like to just.
Yeah, he's definitely annoying during his press
Oh,
conference.
my
It's the
God.
new
It's
on
been
to
for 20
Cincinnati. It's
Right,
now
I
day
know,
by day.
I know,
Day
but
by
it's-
day.
It's been like that forever.
Did you hear me, Phil?
Yeah,
Day by day.
I'm not a- he
and
was-
I'm like, I wanted to switch my pick after seeing that.
Yeah, he was frustrating me too.
And it's
He's like, I'm not a doctor. It's like, well,
Right.
look at Tomlin, like we
Right.
talked about. He
Right.
gives you every player, every injury, when he's going to
Right.
be back, and
Right.
he's just like, you're not finding out. What's the harm for us knowing? Why can't
Right.
we know?
Right.
Everyone's going to, I don't know.
and more people talk about it if he wants not to
Yeah, I
have
know.
people to
Yeah.
just say it.
Yeah.
So
It's
he's
just
going to get
annoying.
more people talking about it. It's just so.
Yep.
He's
It's
got a
on
losing
brand.
record. He's got a losing record without Brady, and I'm like,
Yeah. It's okay when you're winning, you just like tolerate
Right,
it. Now
right.
you're losing, we're like, we're done with this.
Right.
Okay?
Bill
We,
being
we
Bill. Now
stink
it's-
as it
yeah.
is. We're not going to
Right.
beat the Packers. So
right. And I got him.
I know. Well, And then
And I got
last
Hoyer
one.
as my quarterback.
Good luck. You better be hoping Bailey Zapp gets in the game.
Are you kidding me?
That's
I'd
who I'm
be
rooting for.
pumped if Hoyer was the Bears
What was
quarterback this
my
week.
fifth pick? Browns, Bills,
Saints.
Lions, Saints.
Saints.
Saints
You're
with
going
you.
to London with me.
Yeah.
And like I said, they're there. They've been there all week. Minnesota's flying in on Friday.
Jet lag.
Yeah. Come on. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, and don't you think the Saints receivers, they're just so talented.
Lattimore's coming back too, which would be huge
Isn't
for
that,
Jefferson.
aren't they just too good not to
They are.
score some points?
It has one of those games that there's going to be 4 interceptions, and is it going to be by Cousins or Winston?
Right,
And I'm
right.
banking that it's going to be
that
Cousins.
was on my 2.5, 3.5 board.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, I just don't like 2.5.
It's that reverse primetime type of game where you know how bad Cousins is in primetime? Well, let's do the London primetime and see if it's still across the pond.
You'll know by the 1:00ers if you got a W or not.
So there's the bachelor parties this weekend.
It's this weekend,
Yeah, come see us at the Encore.
Another fun fact that I just found out is that wedding in February, the same week as the Pro Bowl. Hoping to get a couple people out there show up at the wedding.
Oh, that's
Oh,
Peyton
nice.
Manning's thing.
Yeah, Las Vegas. Now they're changing it all up. They're doing the flag football.
Right,
Going to be
but,
in
that'll be-
Vegas.
that'll still
Yeah,
be,
let's
that'll
hey,
be cool.
you guys
Oh,
want to pop over for hang out
Maybe
at
we
the
get
wedding?
somebody
So-
to get on the podcast. Or
Yeah, exactly. We'll recruit them.
Hey, Peyton,
Some
come
old,
here.
No, we should get Geno Smith.
yeah.
Hey, Justin Fields, we talk about you all the time.
My survivor pick, I'm still hanging in there.
Nice.
It is a no-brainer. I'm sorry to
Green
go
Bay?
against you. We'll let the Patriots cover, but Green Bay just have to use them.
I can't. That
It's
means
a-
I can't throw Pat's money line in my
Feel
round
free,
robin.
do it if you want to, but they're not. That's gonna just throw money
It's-
down the tubes.
It's in
'cause
Lambeau. Yeah.
Green Bay's gonna get there. Going against Hoyer? Are you kidding me? I think the reason that I'm doing it very comfortably is a lot of people I think took Green Bay when they played Chicago Monday night, and so
Yeah,
a lot of
there's not
people
many
might not
people-
have
yeah.
them. It's like, hey, half the
Yeah.
pool can take them, half will.
How many people are
Who
left?
else do you go with if you're not taking Green Bay? 3,500. The biggest number you can go Philly. I think that's a little questionable against Jacksonville. Every other spread is 5.5 or below.
Could be
Besides the
ballsy
Chargers,
and take the Steelers.
3.5. I guess never going to take it
Steelers.
again, but. I'm not. See, a lot of people I think get too cute where they're thinking so far ahead. I'm just like one
Week
week
to
at a
week,
time.
yeah.
No, Green
one
Bay
week
is-
at a
Green
time.
Bay is the
Survive in
move.
advance.
Yeah,
Green
I'll
Bay's the
worry
move.
about finding another pick in Pittsburgh
If a quarterback goes down for
week 10.
you
Yeah,
never- you
exactly.
got-
Yep, that's a great point.
Want
yeah.
to close it down with the Rems Gem?
Yeah,
pick?
what's your Rems Gem of the week?
People like the Rems Gem pick.
I think it's great. I mean, we got someone who followed and bought themselves a nice dinner, and if you're following my
Took
Rems
his wife
Gems,
out for her birthday,
If
yeah.
you followed mine, you'd be buying a car by now. So,
There you go.
yeah,
If you roll it over, oh yeah.
continued.
Mine's Steelers.
Okay,
Well, I wouldn't bet that America on that one, but you know,
it's a bold move,
Steelers.
Cotton. Let's see how it
Bold
works
move.
out for him.
I'm gonna go. Lions.
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 I enjoy the pick. I can get there, but I don't have it.
I don't like it.
Well, that makes me feel better.
It shouldn't, but yes.
Mine is the 0-3 Raiders. Time for Josh McDaniels to get that together. They very well could be 3-0, as we said, and you start 0-4, your season's over. So let's jump out to an early lead. And same for you, Arizona Cardinals. They've been playing from behind at halftime every game, and you see Kyler in the second half kind of pull up some magic, just running around doing his little troll thing. Do that in the first half. Let's start out hot. Let's get a lead for all of us because we all have Arizona, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's get a first half lead for Arizona and then go from there. But enough of playing from behind. Can't do that every game.
Totally agree.
Yeah, not gonna last. Yeah. Any final takeaways? Are we?
Well, have fun at the bachelor party.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Go Eagles. We'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
betting. We'll be betting BC pretty
Eagles
solid.
plus 15.5. I did a little parlay with Saquon on, what was it, Monday night?
Yep.
First touchdown score plus 650. Parlayed it with BC money line, so I think it's 40 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's pretty juicy.
but I mean,
Yeah.
it's going to be tough. They looked horrible against Florida
I've
State.
seen Louisville play. They've looked pretty crappy.
Yeah,
too.
you stopped the quarterback. It's truthfully Lamar Jackson 2.0, like
Yeah.
a little sub version of him.
Florida State was up. I heard they're good friends, by the way, on ESPN. Lamar
They
and
are,
Malik.
yeah,
because
yeah.
Malik's a senior. But Florida State was up 14-0 on BC a minute into the game.
Return the opening kickoff. Jerkovich throws a pick.
Jerkovich
second.
is
Yeah, he was supposed to be the biggest prospect since Matt Ryan, and he doesn't look like he could play for the Merrimack Pee Wee Cardinals.
Oh,
He's
boy.
been bad.
boy,
So.
boy.
I just thought of this when people ask me, "Hey Remy, how you doing on the diet?" I'm going to go, Day by day.
That's a good answer.
Right?
Just
Trust the process.
don't give any intel out.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Do it the Patriot way, as they say.
Patriots win.
All right, let's get some winners this
All
week.
right.
Let's get winners.
Keep it going.
See you guys next week.